Yo, what is up guys? Del Boy here, aka Blue Collar Sports TV. Hopefully you guys are doing well. If you're new here, smash that subscribe button, and also if you guys could hit the like, it really does help the channel out. Anyway, bringing you another heavyweight prospect video. Today we will be covering a heavyweight by the name of Vladyslav Sirenko. Sirenko is a Ukrainian heavyweight and he's 25 years old. He is an orthodox fighter and he is listed as 6'3.5". He was a relatively successful amateur and he was highly regarded in the Ukrainian amateur system, which obviously means a lot considering the talent they've produced over the last few years. As a professional, Vlad Sirenko has amassed a record of 13-0, 12 of those 13 wins coming by way of knockout. So far in the pros, he's not put a foot wrong. Although it has to be said, the level of competition he's fought so far has been of a low level. I mean, I would argue the best opponent he's fought so far is Denis Bakhtov, who was a good journeyman at one point, but these days, he really doesn't have much left. So the competition level for Sirenko has been poor, but he has looked good dealing with this level of competition. Interestingly enough, Vlad Sirenko has been fighting a lot in South Africa, believe it or not. And he's actually been working a lot with James Ali Bashir. I actually believe James Ali Bashir was Sirenko's trainer at one point, but I'm not sure whether that's the case, because obviously James Ali Bashir got assaulted. I'm not sure whether that's affected the training relationship, but Sirenko was working with James Ali Bashir for a number of fights, and I know that James Ali Bashir really rated this guy highly. Hopefully that relationship is still ongoing, because James Ali Bashir has worked with great heavyweights in the past, and having that sort of knowledge alongside you can only be good for a young 25-year-old heavyweight prospect, so hopefully those two still have a working relationship. But yeah, Sirenko for me looks like an interesting prospect. Like I said, he's not the biggest heavyweight in the world, he's 6'3.5". He's not tiny by any means, but obviously he's no Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury or Deontay Wilder. To counteract the fact that Sirenko is a shorter fighter, what he'll try and do, he'll try and close the distance quickly with his feet, behind a nice compact high guard, and he'll use a jab behind it to get inside. Once he's inside or at the mid-range, that's when his best work happens. He's a very good combination puncher for a heavyweight, and he actually brings pretty good hand speed to the equation as well, so his combinations are really good. He can also throw a variety of punches, he really does mix it up. Like I said, he's got a hard jab, nice right hand over the top, good left hook to body and head. He's got a good right uppercut through the middle, and he can really put these shots together quite seamlessly. I would say that Sirenko's best shot is his left hook. That punch in particular seems to carry a lot of power, and he varies that left hook, like I said, from body to head. Also, not only is Sirenko a good combination puncher, he's one of these fighters, to my eye, who looks very comfortable in trading with you, almost similar to like an Andy Ruiz type. He's got very good timing, and combined with that, he's got good punching power and good speed. So he's not only a combination puncher, but he's a pretty astute counter-puncher at mid-range and on the inside. On the outside, as a smaller heavyweight, maybe Sirenko could struggle against, some of the taller guys. I've not really seen too much of Sirenko boxing on the outside. From what I've seen, he can box to a decent level, but, how's that going to equate to when he fights like an elite level tall guy? I'm not so sure. But certainly his inside game and his mid-range game looks really polished in my opinion. And like I said, his combinations are actually really nice to watch. Like I say, he's got great variety, good power, good timing, good accuracy, doesn't waste much. You can tell the guy's well schooled in the amateurs, just based on his style, how relaxed he is, how he carries himself, how he keeps his shape, especially when he's punching with you. You can tell this guy had a pretty good amateur background. His feet as well are pretty good. He's very rarely off balance when he throws shots. He's got a good centre of gravity. And yeah, his ability to cut the ring off is fairly good. Quick feet, like I said. So all around, Sirenko actually has, in my opinion, a pretty high skill set. He does things that a lot of heavyweights don't do or can't do. The only downside for me, potentially, is his size. But from what I see in regards to the skill set, He's certainly one of the more talented heavyweight prospects around right now. Now, I wouldn't have him in my top 5 prospects, but certainly in the top 10, so I think the guy's got a relatively high ceiling. Like I say, my only concern really is his size and also his punch resistance. I know the guy got stopped in the World Series of Boxing by Fraser Clark. I've actually not seen that fight, so I need to check that out. But, you know, can this guy take the power of elite level hard punching heavyweights? I'm not so sure. I would like to find that out. But yeah, from what I see, a very solid prospect. You know, matchmaking wise, the guy does need to step up. Like I said, his best opponent to date, I would say, is Denis Bakhtov, who wasn't great in the first place, and these days, he's really got nothing to offer, so I would certainly like to see Vlad Sirenko step up. Again, given the low level of competition that he has fought, I wouldn't do anything drastic in regards to matchmaking, but guys who are, you know, a few levels above the guys he's been fighting, I'm talking about guys like Senad Gashi from Germany, or even Arthur Spilka, someone like that. These guys would represent step-ups for Vlad Sirenko, and once you fought somebody along those levels, then maybe after that, fight a more durable guy like a Marius Wack or a Christian Hammer, you know, these sort of guys, and go from there. But, you know, from what I see so far, I like the look of Vlad Sirenko. He's certainly a guy to keep an eye out for. He's certainly a guy to keep tabs on. Yeah, I recommend you guys check him out. I quite like what I see, but I'm intrigued to hear your thoughts on this prospect. So drop your comments below, let me know your thoughts. In regards to the future of this series, chances are I will cover Frank Sanchez next. You guys picked Vladyslav Sirenko in the poll for this video, so yeah, I thought I would get this one done. Anyway, share your thoughts below. Peace.